When this rate increase first came to the attention of myself and the other members of the PRC, we were very concerned about the magnitude of the rate increase, 25% on average, as high as 30%. And this isn't like an electric bill where it's, you're starting at a base of, 50 or $70. We're talking about premiums that are already several $100s. So a significant dollar amount to folks. And we knew that was, and it's the largest carrier in the state of New Mexico for this individual market. So that was really a concern. But the other thing that was a concern was the process. When this came through back in December, it went through mid-level staff who looked at it, raised some concerns, but when they were satisfied with those concerns, the rate increase was approved without it ever even elevating to the superintendent's desk. When the commission talked about this back in late February and early March, we felt that what needed to happen in this case was a public hearing, a public vetting of the facts that supposedly justify this rate increase, and hopefully to hear from other experts who didn't support it. And I was hoping today to explore the questions of whether Blue Cross's administrative overhead was reasonable in relation to the premiums, whether they were doing what they ought to be doing to control their overhead costs, to control their medical costs, whether they were acting appropriately with respect to the different blocks of insurance which get opened and closed. And there were questions raised by public comments from Consumers Union as to whether Blue Cross was behaving appropriately when they had over $6 billion in reserves, which are supposedly for the benefit of their supposed owner policyholders, and whether it was appropriate to keep adding to those reserves at a time when premiums were otherwise were going up significantly. Instead, the official parties got together, decided what they thought was a reasonable settlement to this, and presented it to the public.
So this was not a PRC public hearing, but rather a forum, you say, of some kind, although it was called a public hearing.
No, it was a public hearing, but it was a public hearing before the superintendent of insurance, not before the commissioners. Insurance is a little bit different from everything else we do here. Everything else we do here, the commission is the decision maker. When it comes to insurance matters, the superintendent has independent statutory authority to make decisions. Some of his decisions are appealable to the PRC. This one is not by law. This one, it's not going to get appealed, obviously, because it's a settlement of all the parties. But the PRC actually has no legal role in this other than we're the superintendent's boss, and we directed him to hold a public hearing in this.